Everybody, it's Kim Wilson here, and it's time for our January 2022 card class, and our theme this month is going to be Valentine's cards. We're going to be making some quick and easy Valentine Day cards using the Sweet Talk suite from the new mini catalog. When I do Valentine's cards, I like to make them fairly easy so that I can make a bunch and send and give away. So these are the three cards. Let's just get started. We'll start with this one. All right, so we had kind of a snowstorm last night, so I'm a little discombobulated with shoveling, and my husband had to go rescue my daughter from being stuck in a snowdrift on the way to work, so it's been a little crazy around here. Hope you guys are staying warm and are able to stay inside today. So this one is a really very simple layout. I'm using a couple of things besides the Sweet Talk suite, and one of them is the Nuts and Bolts stamp set, which I think is just so cute. So we're going to grab the robot stamp out of there, and we'll do a little technique today, and we're going to be coloring with Stampin' Blends. So I guess we'll just do our stamping first and get that finished. Memento black ink is the best ink for stamping to use the blends. So we'll get that inked up well, and I'm going to put him in the bottom left corner there so I can do my sentiment and fit it in there. So I didn't even have time to get my stamps on the blocks yet. All right, this is just so cute. You make my heart go beep. I'll stick that up there. Okay, and now for some coloring. And I'm going to go ahead and clean these off just so I don't forget. Got my chamois here. All right. For coloring, I'm going to use the light, this is the dark real red for my heart, and then I'll use the two shades of smoky slate for the robot. So we'll just get the heart colored here. And the nice thing about the alcohol markers is they really cover so nicely. You don't get any gaps or anything. You can just keep going over and over until you get it how you like it. Okay, this is the lighter. So I'm going to start with the lighter, and I've got the brush tip for this one. So I just want to gently brush it, just like a paintbrush. I don't want to mush my tips, so I'm pushing just very, very gently so I can get a good coverage over this robot here. His feet and his arms. Okay, and then before it dries, I'll come in and actually I'm going to do the bullet tip for the darker. I'm gonna make his hands and feet the darker smoky slate, and maybe add a few shadows here and there. And if you want, you can go back and blend it while it's still wet. So you can blend if you want, or just leave it like it is. So add a little shading there. And there we go. So now it's just time to put things together. So I was going to stamp I'm nuts and bolts about you on the inside. So let me do that real quick. Find a block. So this stamp set actually is not made for Valentine's Day, but it really works well for Valentine's Day. It's got some nice sentiments also for birthday or just any occasion. Do that on the inside. There's also some hearts too, so you could even stamp some hearts above the sentiment on the inside, and stamp on the envelope too. There's a couple little heart stamps there. All right, then it's just putting it together. And I'm going to do all three cards in this one video just to make it easy, because I think they're all pretty quick here. So coloring always takes a little bit longer, but everything else is just just layer it together. So this paper, this Sweet Talk paper, is just so bright and cheerful. Perfect for a stormy day like today. So I might send this one to my mom. I think she would like it. All right. Okay, so there you go. A couple of different paper backgrounds, but the same stamp. And oh, I have another one on the handout where I did it sideways like this. So if you have my kit and you don't have this stamp set and you have something that works this way, then do it the other direction. It works fine. All right, onward to the next one. What do we have here? Okay, looks like we're going to do this one next. So this is pretty simple. Just one additional layer here of the Sweet Talk paper. And I like this striped one the best. So that's what most people have in their kits. But I did have a few extras of some of the other papers. I could use that side too. This was actually my least favorite of the of the paper, so I'm going to use it up on my sample here, but it's still cute. It's got little heart lollipops, so it'll still be good. All right, now I need my sentiment, and we're going to do Happy Valentine's Day from the Sweet Conversations, and this is the bundle that goes along with this Sweet Talk Sweet. So it's got the stamps, and I always keep my dies in with it, but it's got a lot of cute heart dies. The heart dies will cut out the hearts from the paper. So if you have my kit, you have some paper like this. So if you have the dies, you can cut them out, but I found that it's really just as easy to fussy cut the hearts out, and then you don't have to worry about getting your dies lined up right. But you can see I've been making all sorts of heart projects, so I've got lots of hearts there available. In fact, maybe I should, instead of cutting those out, grab some of these ones I already have cut out. But fussy cutting the hearts, let me do one of them just to show you. They're pretty easy to fussy cut. So when you're fussy cutting, you want to leave a tiny border of white, and you want to turn your paper, not your scissors. So you can see that when you have a curve or a straight edge, it's very easy to fussy cut. So just a technique that's very, very useful. So there we go. Okay, I could probably cut a little bit more of this border right there. Just want to leave a tiny bit of white. All right, so that's how to fussy cut them. And then looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 hearts and just kind of laid them across. Some of them I stamped on cardstock because this stamp set actually, has stamps that will cut out little hearts too. So you can mix and match the ones from the paper or the ones from that you've cut out. And since I don't have very many more from the paper, I'll just grab some of these cut out ones and lay them across. Just kind of lay them out first to get an idea of how you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I chose 2 of the large ones, and then the rest I did small ones, and I chose different colors, but you can mix and match the same color if you like. Maybe this one would look good. So just lay them out, and I won't bother gluing them all on, but glue them. Some of them you can pop up with dimensionals too. Like on my sample, I popped up this kind of center one on dimensionals. And then, of course, stamping the Happy Valentine's Day. And so I want to just, I'm going to lay my sentiment out on the mat first, and then you know what, that block is not big enough, so we will get a bigger block. And that, when you lay it out like that, then it's not going to bend. So if you try to just pick it up and place it on it, it bends, and you can get a crooked And I will just test it on my grid paper to make sure it's straight. Okay, that looks good. And then I've got Highland Heather ink, so that's what I'm stamping with. There's my Happy Valentine's Day. And if I did mess up, I could either cover it with a strip of white across the top or use my hearts to cover it up or do something like that. But we could figure out how to fix little mistakes like that easily. And then the last thing to do is you should have in your kit, and I don't know where I put my envelope. It's still in my envelope. You should have some of these little iridescent rhinestones, which are new in the mini catalog. And I can't see where mine went, so I won't put them on. But take your pick tool and just lay on a few of those iridescent rhinestones in a couple places there. You can see they're really nice and shiny, sparkly. Okay, so there's that card. And let's see, one more. I think we're going to still use our Highland Heather ink pad. So we'll leave that out. And I have the kit is in a clear envelope, and I actually did a swap recently with I think 6 or 7 other people, and we all sent cards with the clear envelopes, and they do send quite nicely. Then people can see your card. You just slip in a piece of paper with a address, or you can just put a label on the front and put the stamp on, and it goes fine through the mail. At least I got a couple of really nice swap cards. All right, so a few extra pieces here for this one. This one's going to look like this. Here's our sample. And we've got, you can get a lot of this pattern out of one sheet of 12 by 12 because this is a 4 by 4 piece. So we'll go ahead and stick that on the top. That's a 4 by 4 piece. And then the little strip down below is just a 1 by 4 piece. So you can use your scraps up that way. And there's a little gap in between, but it still looks good like that. And actually on my sample, I covered it up with the ribbon. So I went ahead and put my ribbon. Yeah, I did this backwards, but that's all right. We'll just make it like this. I did my ribbon like this across the gap. My other sample on the handout, I just tied a bow and glued it right under the heart. So that's another option as well. There's always a way to fix your mistakes. And if worse comes to worse, it's just paper. Okay, so we've got a little knot there, and I'm just going to scooch it over to the side so there's room for my heart. And these tails are really long, so I'm also going to cut those tails off. So how about like that? All right, so there's 3 hearts left. There's a plain white one, and if you have the Sweet Conversations stamp set, you can just stamp on there. Or if you don't, you can stamp whatever you like on it, or you can just grab one of your fussy cut hearts from the paper and use that as instead. But I did want to mention that these 2 hearts are the punch pack from the annual catalog. I got them right here, and these are really nice to use. So they're a nice addition to your collection if you don't have them already, because they do nest together so nicely. So there's a scallop one and a plain heart, and I just layered mine together like this. So I used that little speckly red paper. I thought made a nice background there for the. This is Blushing Bride cardstock, so it goes. Both Blushing Bride and Petal Pink go with this designer paper. So I'll grab the heart that's already done here, unless I've already, oh, there it is. So we'll just go ahead and glue that heart on like that. And now because I'm gluing on top of a ribbon, I like to put dimensionals behind it. It's just, it helps it not to look bent. So if I can find my dimensionals here. Yep. Not many left on that sheet, but we'll put one on the top and one on the bottom so it can go over the ribbon there nicely. And since I did mine upside down from the other one, I will put my heart at the top instead of at the bottom. But still looks really, really cute. So there's that. The inside, I really love this XOXOXO, and that is, there's one X and there's one O. So when you're putting those on your block, if you have this stamp set, you'll want to position them as close to them as close as you can without going on top of each other like that. So, and just remember to get it the right direction, otherwise your card will say ox, ox, ox. So, and I know somebody that did that once, and that's so cute. That's funny. All right, so, and those should fit really nicely right across the bottom of your card. And if you're doing it the other, this direction, then I think you can fit it across to maybe 4 times, but looks really cute across the bottom. And then you can put the Happy Valentine's Day there too. So that is it for our Valentine's projects. Hope you had fun making those. If you have these products, great. If you don't and would like them, then just let me know and I can make sure you get your hands on them in my Stampin' Up store. If you have some Valentine's paper at home from past years or from other projects, you can adapt these layouts very easily to whatever supplies you have on hand. They're very, very simple layouts. Just kind of sketch it out, and that's 4x4 and that's 1x4. Let's see. Let's grab the other cards here. Yeah, these are just basic 4x5 1/4, and some little panels for the front. And then, of course, this one is 3 inches by 5.5. So, and then you just go across the gap with your hearts or whatever you have to use for that layout. So I hope you enjoyed these projects, everybody, and keep warm, keep safe, and have a happy Valentine's Day next month, and happy crafting this weekend.